Friends, how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. Today we're going to do a little first impressions video on the new Menagerie Cosmetics Feral palette. Packaging is so pretty. Do you see this? This is what the carton looks like that it comes in. It's just this really pretty green with the gold foiled lettering. I just think it's so beautiful. It's like a work of art. This brand used to be called Makeup Monsters Cosmetics, I believe, and they had a bunch of lipsticks, and they also had the Dragon Child palette, which I also got. I haven't played with that yet either. And they rebranded and became Menagerie Cosmetics, and as of right now, they just have the two palettes on their site. All of their products are vegan and cruelty free, and 10% of all of their sales will go to the Animal Welfare Institute to help fight against animal testing, and that just means so much to me. I love that so much. I think that's amazing that the brand is doing that. I've heard wonderful things about these shadows, and I'm so excited to play with them. This is what she looks like on the inside. It is so pretty. I love that it has these really earthy, yummy tones, and it also has bright pops of color. I just think it's such a beautiful palette. This retails for $39.99. You get 12 shadows. That breaks down to $3.33 per eyeshadow, which is not bad at all. And you get 2 grams per eyeshadow, which is also a fairly good amount of shadow. I don't think you're really gonna run through this. I guess that's all I have to say to start with. I don't know exactly what kind of look we're gonna do. We're just gonna play around with it, and at the very end of the video, I'll give you my final thoughts and let you know how I feel about it, if I think it's worth it or not. My eyes are primed with the Smashbox Lid Primer, and I don't like to set my primer. I never do anymore, so I like to leave it a little tacky. But I'm gonna go first in with Ivy, and I just have kind of a rounded blending shadow kind of brush. And I'm just gonna start working this kind of on the top portion of the lid towards the crease. I'm just kind of packing it on, and then once the color's laid down, I'll start blending it out. That seemed to lay down and blend out very nicely, actually. It wasn't too overpowering, and it also wasn't lackluster in the least. Next, I'm gonna go in with Fenris. I don't think that's how you say that word, but that's what I'm gonna call it. It's just that lighter matte green, and I'm just going in with a fluffier blending brush, and I'm just gonna start blending up right above where we laid that darker green. Oh, it's so pretty. I love green eyeshadow. Never ever fails me. It always looks good. Well, that's not true. I've played with some pretty bad greens, but lately brands have been coming through with the greens, and I love it. And I'm also heavily blending in this inner corner because you guys know I typically like a very blown out inner corner of the eye because it gives a really grungy feel. Next, I want to take Night Eyes right here, that really pretty bright yellow, and I'm just going to take a small, in between a pencil and a blending brush. I want to start incorporating that color kind of in this front area. Ooh, that's so cute. I love yellow eyeshadow. Obviously, it's not the fullest opacity of yellow it can be because I'm doing it over a bunch of greens, but even over a bunch of greens, it's pretty yellow. It looks really cool. And as I have less product, I'm just gonna carry it through kind of to the middle of the crease. I don't want to bring it all the way out here. Next, I'm gonna go in with that first brush we were using for that darker green, and I'm gonna dip into this shimmery green that I'm not even gonna try to pronounce because I don't know what that word is. Ooh, that's pretty, but I want to try it with my finger, see if it's even more beautiful. Oh, yes. That is gorgeous. I'm just gonna kind of focus it. I mean, it's not really a halo eye, but still more like the actual roundness of my lid, not bringing it too far into the crevices of my eyeball. Then I'm gonna take that brush we were attempting to use with a little bit more Ivy, that darker green color. And then I'm gonna take that brush from before with that lighter green. And then I'll probably go back through with a little more yellow. Just basically repeat all the same steps you just did. I just want this to be super blended out and seamless. Now that we're here again, I think I'm gonna kind of wing out this portion just a tad bit, nothing too wild and crazy. I'm really enjoying these earthy, greeny, yellow vibes, and I would totally just blow out greens on my lower lash line, but I want to play with as many colors as possible, but I don't think I want to play with these today because I'm really into these earthy vibes. I have this like rusty brown cardigan on for work today, so I think I'm gonna just kind of smoke out the lower lash line with all of these browns, actually. I'm gonna start with Canis Lupus right here, and I'm gonna take that on this smudgy brush. And I'm just gonna start just kind of going at it, you know? You don't have to be too precise. I'm just smudging this under the lower lash line. It's actually a really pretty shade. I know it's just a brown, but it's a really pretty brown. Next, I'm gonna take Wolfling right here, and I just have a small blending brush for that. And I'm just gonna go right underneath that just to start blending it out. The shade isn't much different than my skin tone actually, but it's still gonna help create a nice blend. Now I'm gonna take Alpha here, that darker brown, with a definer brush, and I'm just gonna pop this right up against the lower lash line, and then I'm gonna smoke it out with that first brush we used on the lower lash line. For my inner corner, I'm just gonna take Harmonia, that very light pinky matte shade, on just a small brush. This isn't gonna do too much, but we're just gonna pop that in the inner corner just to add a cute little pop of pinky brightness, and because it just gives me an excuse to use another shadow in the palette. I'm just adding a little more yellow where I see fit, and I guess that's good for that. I'm going to throw on some lashes and I'll be back to give you my final thoughts. Okay, I'm back. This is the full completed look, complete with lashes and lipstick. I'm of course using my Thrill Seeker lashes from Bold Face Makeup, and for lips I'm trying out a Beauty Bakerie lip whip. Actually, I've never tried this before. It is Gingersnap, and the application was super easy, and I'm obsessed with the color, so we'll see how it wears. But the point of this video is this palette, so let's talk about it. I had such a fun time playing with this. There is some kick up in the palette when you dip your brush in, but it's not a huge deal to me. It might be a big deal to you. It's not an overwhelming amount. I feel like it's pretty average actually. The colors performed beautiful as far as the ones that I used, and I did use 2/3 of the palette. I love these greens. The browns were super easy to work with. I'm really happy with this eye look. I feel really pretty in it, and I'm excited to wear it for the rest of the day. I'm super excited to play with these pinks and purples and that orange. I'm just really happy with this palette. I feel like for $40, it's a really good deal to get 12 really large shadows, and they're all really pretty colors, and I could see myself dipping into this palette for a very long time. I could even see myself using solely this palette if I were to go traveling or something, because it has a lot of different options as far as looks go. And on top of that, 10% of your purchase does go to help fight against animal testing, which is amazing. I'm super happy with that palette. I know I'm going to be playing with that for a very long time to come. I recommend it. Those shadows were so fun to play with. I can't wait to play with the Dragon Child palette. I think I'm going to do a get ready with me next week or something, maybe playing with this. Let me know what you thought of this look, this video, everything like that. Did you guys get this palette? Are you planning on getting it? Let's chat about it. If you're not already, please hop over to my Instagram. It's beautbean. Follow me there. I post every single day, and don't forget to subscribe here before you leave. I post every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Let me know what videos you want to see on my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Okay, bye.